What's going on, everyone? Now, we have a very, very important topic for today, and that is this: the US migrant crisis will destroy you if you do not invest in crypto. And this is for all Americans out there watching this, and most people watching my channel are Americans, so that's why we're talking about this. But this is actually a very important topic because what's going on right now, it could really destroy you if you're not investing in crypto. So we're just going to hop right into it. Remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. But let's talk about this. Now, first things first, Bitcoin right now we're at 43.4K. That drop was just a drop in the bucket. It's really not that bad of a drop. I still predict that eventually we will make our way down to 30K, 35K, somewhere around there. Obviously not before we go up to like 52K or something. So we're probably going to go up to like 52K and then going back down to 30K, having that major drop. But that's for another time, right? We'll go over that another time. But what we really want to talk about is this: the huge number of migrants highlights border crisis. So this is huge. Now, you can see this is a bunch of different people, right? This isn't just Mexicans. Like, people are talking like they're trying to block Mexicans out. Like, this isn't about Mexicans. Like, if you look at it, there's people from Africa, there's people from Haiti, there's people from Mexico, there's people from Venezuela, Nicaragua, Honduras. There's people from all over the world. Like, there's people from Colombia, Venezuela. And not only that, you also have people from the Middle East. They've actually found people like Middle Eastern people trying to get in through the border, and they actually got through. And you already know, like, when you're looking at all these Middle Eastern places, a lot of them say death to America. Like, if you look at them, a lot of them preach death to America. And some of those people are getting inside of America, and they're inside of America as we speak. Not only that, we've had a machete wielding man outside of the US Capitol who is an illegal immigrant from Venezuela. So there's already a problem with safety here, right? And one of the biggest things to combat violent crimes is wealth, being inside of wealthy areas, being away from the general public, getting inside of gated communities and stuff like that. You need money for that. But that isn't what this video is about. This video is not about that at all. Really, what this video is about the jobs and the healthcare. Your healthcare that's supposed to go to you as an American is now being given to these immigrants, these illegal immigrants, for free. This isn't a video, bashing illegal immigrants or none of that. If I was in their situation where they're at, I would be doing the same thing, because this is the biggest opportunity that has ever been presented to them in their life. They're literally getting paid to come over here illegally. They're getting free healthcare to come over here illegally. They're getting the benefit of the doubt to come over here illegally. We have literal murderers that are getting across the border. Not all of them, obviously, but there are people that are literally murderers getting across the border, and they've been caught already. But some of them haven't been caught. There are some child rapists, for lack of better terms, getting over the borders. What you want is to be able to position yourself to be able to go anywhere in the world at your leisure. Let's say America just goes completely down the drain like it's going. You want to have the finances to be able to go wherever you want in the world, somewhere that is really strict on their immigration, somewhere that is really strict on violent crimes and their laws. A lot of these people are being rewarded for what they're doing, and this is not going to stop. But anyways, California becomes the first state to offer health insurance to all undocumented immigrants. So this is where your taxpayer dollars are going. They're going to stuff like this. So not only is your taxpayer dollars going into there, right? I just wanted to mention this because this is just one aspect. And it says it will cost the state over $6.5 billion annually to provide Medi-Cal to all undocumented immigrants, according to the most recent analysis by the Nonpartisan Legislative Analysis Office. So this is huge. They say, given the fact that over 300,000 undocumented migrants have crossed into California at the Mexican border in 2023 alone, that's not even including what we're going to have this year, the costs for this program are only going to increase from here. So that's one big thing. And then over here, they said 14.6 million Californians, already 300,000 people have came in undocumented. Sooner or later, there's going to be more illegal immigrants in California than actual Californians. Like, if you think about that, that's kind of big. But anyways, more than a third of the state's population. And they said adding 764,000 more individuals to the system will certainly exacerbate current provider access problems. So this is a huge problem for everyone inside of California, and really for the whole United States. Everybody's going to be paying for this. And not only this, your jobs are going to child migrants that are being forced to work illegally, right? And then not only is it going to child migrants that are taking your jobs, you're also getting your jobs taken because there is a labor shortage. Why do you think the Democratic public or the Democratic Party is allowing this to happen? Because there is a labor shortage. Biden is not the president of the United States. Like, this is so obvious. Biden is not the president whatsoever. We already know the president is the Democratic Party. Biden, he's really not cognitively there to actually, run things. We already know, it's obvious. I don't even have to talk about that. But the true president is the Democratic Party, right? They're the true presidents right now. So the problem with that right now is the American labor shortage. How do you fix the labor shortage? Well, you just get a bunch of illegal immigrants that'll work for way less than what they're supposed to get. And not only that, what was last year's talk about? What was the year prior? Like, what were we talking about the year prior to last year and last year? Well, we were talking about raising minimum wage. Notice how they're not talking about raising minimum wage anymore, because they don't have to worry about going to such high amounts with minimum wage, because now they have illegal migrants that'll work these jobs without getting minimum wage. They can get less than minimum wage. So they're taking your jobs. And this is exactly why, if you don't invest in crypto, the US migrant crisis is going to literally destroy you financially. Because as we go through with this recession, we're in a recession right now. As we go through this, they're going to start laying people off, right? They're going to start laying people off. And as they do that, who are they going to hire? They're going to hire illegal immigrants. And, some companies are actually going to comply and not go to the illegal ones. Like, they're going to go to the illegal ones, but with the golden ticket, because some of them are getting work permits. Even though they're illegal, they're getting work permits. And that's actually proved here. Only 1% of newly arrived migrants in Chicago have received work permits so far. That's so far. If you actually look at it, it's actually a lot of them, because they say over here about 26,000 migrants who have arrived inside of Chicago right now, and only 1% of them are actually getting, that work permit, which is 284. That's 284 jobs that were now used to be worked by Americans that are now being worked by illegal immigrants. They're now taking your jobs. So that's exactly why I'm saying, if you do not invest in crypto, this is going to destroy you. I was literally looking at job applications before, right? And now one of the top demographics that they have on there is Latino. Like, they say, are you Latino descent? Because, they have affirmative action. They have to now hire a certain amount of Latinos in every company. And now that's only going to continue to increase. So if you're not an illegal immigrant, you're not going to be considered for certain jobs. And I know it's kind of crazy to like even be thinking about this, but that's where we're going with this, right? That's where we're going with this right now. So you definitely want to be prepared for this. You definitely want to invest in crypto, because if you think about it, if you put enough money into it and it goes high enough, all you need is $1 million to never work again, because then you can take that $1 million and then you can invest it into other assets. And then those assets are going to pay you money. It's going to pay you dividends and you can live off of that. You will never have to work if you invest inside the right assets, because then your assets will pay you. See, rich people, they don't care. Like, the top billionaires, they have gotten so much richer within the past couple years, with the whole, COVID and all that BS. Like, all that stuff that happened is now making all those people richer, because they have money making them more money. Like, I think it was like something like $6 trillion, or I don't even know how much. It was some insane amount, like $2 trillion or something like that, has now been distributed to the top like 10 people in the world. Like, the top 10 people in the world now have all that money that was printed out. Like, it's all in their pockets now. So the problem here is that if you're not investing inside of assets that are paying you back, then you're not gonna be able to be financially free, and your jobs are going to be taken by the illegal immigrants that they're bringing in, because there's a work shortage inside of America. Since there's a work shortage, what are they going to do if there's a labor shortage? They're going to bring in illegal immigrants to work those jobs. So they're taking your jobs, they're taking your health insurance, they're going to take everything from you. So if you do not, and it's really not even their fault, let's be completely honest. If we were in those situations, we would do it too. Like, if you look at the murder rate inside Venezuela, like, why would you not want to get your family out of there? Like if you look at a lot of these places and their murder rates, if you look at the poverty, if you compare the US GDP to their GDP, like why would you not want to do it? This is the biggest opportunity they have ever been presented with inside of their entire life and probably inside of their whole lineage, right? So that is why this is so important. And I would say one good thing Biden is fast tracking, not even Biden, really is the Democratic Party. It's not Biden doing it, it's the Democratic Party. Biden is not the president. But, anyways, the Democratic Party fast tracks work authorization for migrants who cross legally. Like, that's what they should be doing. For the people who came here legally, they should be giving them that benefit, right? But they're now giving that benefit to the illegals. So even people that came here illegal, like legally, aren't getting the same benefits as the people that came here illegally. And if you also think about another thing that's going on, like they're probably gonna start making like there's a lack of police officers in like places like California, New York, Chicago, because you already know nobody wants to be police there because it's so violent over there. But there is, and when I say California, I mean LA. Like when I say California, remember I mean LA. When I say New York, I mean New York City and Chicago. Like all of California isn't bad, but like LA, like you don't want to live there. But anyways, they're gonna probably start making police officers out of these illegal immigrants. So people who don't even know the Constitution, people who don't even know what America stands for, are now going to be pretty much policing you. So that's just to say, you want to invest in crypto, right? Because crypto is the way to go. This is going to be the last bull market to really make financial freedom, because we're about to have BlackRock, all these different big index funds. They're really going to be putting all their money in crypto, because we're going to be having the ETFs. Regular people who had never invested in crypto will now be investing in crypto. So there's going to be there's going to be trillions of dollars flowing into crypto. So if you are not inside of crypto, you want to get in now, because this is the last opportunity you have. All right. And this is pretty much all I got for y'all today. I just wanted to go over this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I will say this one more time, though. I do believe Bitcoin is going to go up to 52K. We got that 52K resistance, right? And then from there, I believe we're going to be going back down to around 30 to 35K, somewhere around that area after that drop. So remember, there's always an opportunity to get in. You can dollar cost average. You can always lower your entry price, right? You can always do that by buying in. You just want to buy as it goes down. And even if the prices go up, it's not that big of a deal. Just dollar cost average in as, the prices go back down. If you buy too high, right? If you're buying now and then the prices go to 52K, but then drop to 30K, you're going to want to start buying more at 30K. And this is in whatever crypto you're holding. It's not just Bitcoin here, but it's in whatever crypto you're holding. And right now, what I'm talking about is actually playing out as we see it. I'm just going to do this quick little technical analysis because I just want to show you guys. Look, the RSI is about to cross right here. Remember how it crossed right here? It acted like it was about to drop down and continue to go down, but it crossed again, and then it had the huge pump. Look at what we're actually doing now. We're about to cross right here. And as you see, we're going to go ahead and increase there. And then it's going to go up to like 52K, right? Could go up to 54K, could go up to 60K, but we know it's going to increase very soon. So that's why I'm saying, like, you could buy some now, but then it's going to go to 52K to 60K and probably do a huge crash down to 30K right before the Bitcoin halving. And then when the Bitcoin halving happens, we're going to see it increasing even more. So, like, we're probably going to see something like this going down and then having another huge increase, because we haven't had a major pullback, right? We haven't had a major pullback for a long time. Like, the major pullback hasn't happened since last year in July, from 30K all the way down to about 16K. Actually, no, not 16K, but it's 30K all the way down to like 24K. That's not a big drop at all. We didn't even lose a whole Fibonacci retracement there. We only went down just a little bit. So we're definitely going to have a decrease in the price here. So like I said, you want to prepare. And also you can see there's this triangle pattern that's actually forming. And that's actually a very important thing, because if you look at it, we're about to break out very soon. So yeah, definitely prepare for what's about to happen. And stay prepared. Make sure you don't get left behind. And as always, I'll be back with another video.